Welcome to Becoming Stoics, where we embrace the wisdom of the ancient Stoics one day at a time. This is JP Adena.
And this is RB Ignacio. This is episode 1, the first of many. The beginning, the start. Hindi ka ba mapakali at hirap na hirap mapatahimik ang isipang tila ayaw tumigil sa pagtakbo? Sama ka sa aming unang hakbang.
Alam mo, Stoic parang sinasabing negative agad eh. Right? Negative agad. Pero gusto natin gawin ngayon na para siyang positive. Or hindi parang positive, kundi gagawin natin siyang positive. Babaguhin natin yung isip nating dalawa. Tapos sa journey na to, babaguhin natin yung isip ng nanonood or nakikinig dito.
Mhm.
Na ang Stoic ay hindi masama. At gusto namin maging ganon. But nung nag-umpisa kami, sabi namin, gagalingan ba natin? Babasahin ba natin lahat? Aayusin ba natin lahat? Magagawa pa tayo ng paraan para maging expert tayo before tayo mag-record? O dahilan lang yan para hindi mag-umpisa. Sabi mo nga eh. Ikaw mismo
Yeah.
nagsabi lang, sabi mo. Alika, umpisa na tayo. Di ba? Meron na
Yeah,
kaming parang mini rule na just start or just press record. So, ito. Na-record na namin. Actually, kayo na pa ito recorded. Malamang hindi mo nakuha yung umpisa namin, yung mga ngiwi-ngiwi namin, yung practice, theater,
Yes.
face
Exercises ng
exercise,
face.
diba? Yan. So, pero ito, nag-umpisa na kami. Ito na yon. Becoming Stoics.
Yeah. This first episode actually parang mahirap umpisahan kasi in the beginning gusto ko siyang maging parang overview ng philosophy, but it's hard. and kind of going back to what we said in the beginning, we really just have to start. It's just too much thinking, thinking. It has to be perfect and all that stuff, and sometimes you just have to press record. Yeah, so kind of saying how to start. How do you start your day, JP? Do you wake up on your first alarm or you
Siguro
press
dati.
snooze?
Okay. So
Yeah.
there's a difference nung dati ko at yung ngayon presently. Okay? So let me bring you back.
Yeah.
Let me bring you back from days of long ago. Nung ako'y isang mananayaw at nagtatrabaho sa happiest place on earth. Okay, so sabi ko sa sarili ko, wow, best job ever. I love my job. I still love, if I'm going to perform there, I will still love it. Okay?
Oh yeah.
So hindi ko siya nininega. But the thing is, I have to set up an alarm. Okay? So from days of long ago at that time is I have to set up an alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Today I don't have to. That's the difference. Before, I have to because the schedule is set up by them. I have to follow their schedules. I have to set up the
Okay.
alarm based on their schedule. It changes every single time, every single week, every single season.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I am on my own season. Naks.
Wow. Yeah, that is a very good point. I didn't even think of that. Okay.
I wake up whenever I want to. But naggawa ko ng sarili kong parang naging routine ko na rin at nayon na akong body clock. Nagigising na lang ako every 7 a.m. Matic na. Body clock na setup na niya. Pero of course, process din yon ng pag-setup. Dati hindi ganon. Napupuyat, pagising alas 10, ganito, lalo na ng ganito, ng pandemic, ng ganyan. Lahat tayo, alas 3 na nagigising kasi binge-watch yung kung ano man. Di ba? So, to answer your question, yes, dati, nag-alarm ako. And I do have 5 snoozes before that happens kasi ayaw mo naman talagang tumayo. Diba?
Yes.
But this time, sometimes nag-alarm ako para sa anak ko kasi siya yung mayroong schedule. But I often wake up before that alarm goes off.
Wow. Yeah, and that actually perfect segue kasi 'di ba, parang one of the virtues of Stoicism is discipline. And as an entrepreneur, and you like you said, you have your own schedule, you have your own life na, like a company doesn't dictate your schedule.
Mhm.
Um, Discipline is very important.
Mm.
Uh, you do have the freedom to just stay in bed the whole day. You can if you want to,
Oo.
but right, like nobody's except for yourself. And you apply that to yourself that no, I have to get up. Meron nga sabi ni, 'di ba, Marcus Aurelius said, one of the greatest Roman emperors of all time. Should I say that?
Of the
Yeah, he
ancient,
said you should start your day early, and men, not specifically lalaki, men. I mean,
mankind.
tao, mankind. Yeah. They're
Womankind.
not meant to stay. But
Let's not be politically correct
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. Just everybody. We're not meant to stay comfortable under the covers. You have to get up, and go out in the world and do what you're meant to do. Make a difference. Make a difference. However small that is. Um, Even if it's just for that single day or your single day,
Mhm.
or
Doesn't have to affect. It can affect other people, but it doesn't have to.
yes,
It
yes,
it just has to be you, and parang you're serving your purpose that day
hmm,
is
yep,
enough.
yep,
Actually, that's a sample eh. Parang you serving your purpose is serves as a parang model sa ibang tao that they have to serve their purpose as well. Yeah.
yeah.
Kaya
Well,
gusto ko to natutuwa ako sa umpisa natin kasi parang una-una hindi natin alam kung paano tayo mag-uumpisa. So inumpisahan na lang natin. Inumpisahan natin, so hindi natin alam kung ano yung format na gagawin natin. So ito na nangyayari. Maganda
yeah.
kasi kung ano lang sasabihin mo, doon lang ako nagre-react. Which I would like the audience to do the same. Alam mo
Hmm.
yun?
Yeah.
Yung nakikinig ngayon, ah may nagkwento sa akin. A certain Ronbert Ignacio na nagsabi sa akin na na pag nakinig siya ng isang podcast ko, tapos hindi niya na namamalayan dahil syempre kilala niya yung dalawang host na nagsasalita na siya, sumasali na siya. Okay? So kung kayo ay ganun ngayon, ang nafe-feel nyo is parang gusto nyong mag-butt in sa conversation namin, please do by putting it in the comment section.
Yeah.
We would react to that, or how, wherever you found this. Okay? Mag-comment ka sa comment section at this moment para sabihin mo sa amin kung ano yung reaction mo sa ginagawa namin. Kasi we're in the process of discovery. Andun kami sa time na hindi pa namin alam yung gagawin namin dito sa show na to, but we just wanna press record. Now, kung reaction mo, yung comment mo, will be something of a segment, then so be it. Alam mo yan?
Yeah.
Hayaan mo na yun.
Yeah.
Gawin natin ganun na lang. Diba? So we
Yeah.
want you
Tsaka
to join
yun,
us, our process of embracing the wisdom of the ancient Stoics and discovering how to do it.
yep. And just to, yeah, that's the whole purpose of the whole podcast, I think, also that we want you to join us in our journey. This not like in the beginning we are saying we're not experts here. We're both in that our own journey and the philosophy, and um we may be wrong sometimes, and that's okay. We're here to learn as much as help. So yeah, I we definitely encourage comments.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If the process for discovery is also your process of discovery, then let's build the community here.
Yes.
Yun lang yung sinasabi namin. Now, of course, kailangan natin ng guide.
Yes.
Right? Kailangan natin
And
ng
the
guide
guide
is
is
dun dun
Ryan
dun.
Holiday's book, The Daily Stoic. So this book, so we'll be talking about a passage for every day. There's one passage for every day, and we'll try to, relate yung aming mga karanasan in the past, if we learned something in the past, and mga kwento ng buhay namin, as we're both ex OFWs, artists, and we were also starving artists. We're Are we still starving artists? I think I
Uh,
don't know. We're okay right now, I guess.
define starving pa eh.
Well,
You
back
have
in
to
the day
define that.
when the freelance days, 'di ba? We're just waiting for calls, or if there are auditions, then great, you get to initiate that beginning if you go to the audition. Pero sometimes kung wala, antay ka lang ng kaibigan na, "Uy, may sayaw, do you can you available ka ba?" 'Di ba?
Ah,
Pipila sa mga VTR, was that the term? Kung gusto mong
VTR.
ma-TV, VTR, tama ba 'yun?
VTR, VTR.
'No? Oo, nakapila
Callbacks,
din 'yun
VTR
dati.
callbacks, di ba? Mga ganun.
So, yeah,
Ikaw
so
siguro
'yun.
artistahin yung ano mo, yung peg mo. Ako kasi audition audition lang yung akin, walang VTR VTR eh. Walang right left.
Yeah.
Walang walang ganun yung akin eh.
Oh, but
Pero
I was so afraid dati 'no.
since this is a start of something new, maybe something new sa audience, di ba? Let's share our reasons why we want to do this. Why we want to become Stoics. What attracted you, RB, sa process of becoming a Stoic?
What attracted me? Kasi there was, may panahon na recent, recent years na, with the pandemic and all that stuff, and being away. I guess I'm not an OFW anymore, but I'm in the States. Mag-isa ako dito. Well, not mag-isa. Of course, ang asawa ko ay nandito sa akin, and mahal na mahal namin ang isa't isa. But
When you
um
say family sa Pilipinas, yun yung ibig niya sabihin nakahiwalay, di ba?
yeah. I still have yung pamilya ko, my parents, and a brother is still in the Philippines, and another one is in New Zealand. So yeah, so I think nung bata tayo, you almost don't really think of those things. You're like
Ah,
excited
yes, yes.
umalis, 'di ba? Na, oh my gosh, I'm leaving the house. But as we grow old, and like, thank God for technology too, na medyo madali yung makikipag-usap, pakikipag-communicate sa ating mga mahal sa buhay sa ibang bansa.
Mm,
Mas madali na ngayon, pero at the same time, um, mahirap, at least ako, there was a time na ang hirap ng makita ang parents ko every week, and almost every week you see them grow old, and
mm.
like, so that
Yung
was
ramdam mo siya,
kind of
ramdam
what
mo sa
started.
tingin pa lang, wala pang sinasabi, wala pang
Yep.
nangyayari. Tingin mo pa lang, yung itsura pa
Yeah.
lang.
And then, like, and then sumabay pa yung aso namin, he passed away. The first one, not this one, obviously. Um, and then stuff like that. So I was kind of looking for something to fill that void, and or at least to how I'm going to handle all those emotions and thoughts, and feelings and emotions. And I found Stoicism. I actually can't remember how. Um, no, okay. I think
Sige,
na-download ko
alam mo na,
dati
alam mo na.
yung na dinownload ko dati Obstacle is the Way. O same, Ryan Holiday.
Ryan Holiday.
Um, and I didn't expect what it was. I think I actually returned it because I was like, I no, this
Ah,
is not for me.
ah,
um, but then yeah, I think recently I dove in more, and I do relate to it more than I thought I will. And yeah, I mean, because the philosophy itself, I think, puno siya ng parang mga simpleng aral
mhm,
na minsan nakakalimutan natin i-apply sa buhay natin because of our busy lifestyle or
mm,
whatever.
mm.
But just to clarify, simple doesn't mean it's easy.
Yes, yes.
Um, like, it could still be hard, but at least you have that direction, you have that guide. Um, I don't know. That's how I found it, and that's why I started really looking into it, because I think it did help me a lot. Um,
The
and
process
a
ng process
disclaimer,
ng emotion mo.
yeah, but a disclaimer too, which is a very important. If you really do think that you are depressed or there's just these negative emotions that you may or may not be able to handle, seek help.
Yes.
Either a friend, or the best way is medical. There are a lot of things now available online if you can't afford a doctor or something. I mean, BetterHelp is one. I keep on hearing about
Yeah.
it, but
Mga
yeah, well, the point
ads.
is, yeah, the point is, ask for help. Do not give up. There are, especially if you're
Talk to someone.
starting to have,
Start
huh?
with that.
Yeah,
Talk to
talk to
someone. Start
someone.
with that.
You can start with that. Yeah,
Mm.
especially if you're getting suicidal thoughts, please call the hotline. If you're here in the States, there are hotlines. I don't have it in my notes,
I'll
but I
put
should
I'll
have.
put it I'll put it in the comment section here
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
para
yeah.
sa not
This is
comment
very
section,
important.
the description. So everything US side and Pilipinas side, maybe Hong Kong side. So kung ang
Yeah,
primary audience natin malamang dito is mga kaibigan ko sa Hong Kong, mga OFWs din. So this is for you as well. Parang alam mo yun, wala kang makausap, kami na lang.
yeah, yeah,
Parang kakausapin lang namin sa lahat ng gagawin namin. Curious ako sa sa start mo, RB, kasi gusto ko malaman yung specific aral, specific lesson. Alam mo 'yun,
hmm,
'di ba? Kunyari
hmm.
ako, napunta ako sa isang ganito kasi sa iisang bagay na ganito. Kaya ako na gustong sumayaw kasi sumisigaw yung mga girls no'n, eh. Feeling ko hindi naman mababa ang self-esteem ko dati. Nung sumigaw sila, "Huh?" The first time yung reaction sa akin no'n na, so the reason why I went into performing because gumagwapo ako. Right? That's ano, ganun kababaw, right? But you can
Yeah.
continue, you discover the art, di ba? Et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Pero the only reason why, right? Shallow man o malalim, eh, yung sa performing ko is just for screaming girls. That find me attractive because I dance. What
Yeah.
was that single thing tayo sa'yo?
With stoicism or with dance?
With stoicism.
Um, just that clarity in my head. Kasi hindi lang siya sa nami-miss ko yung family sa Pilipinas. It's also things there's so many things that I wanted to do, even let's just say even just for a day, for the day, right? And sometimes you end up just watching TV the whole day,
Mm.
and you think you're resting. I've been so busy the whole week and blah blah blah. But then at the end of that day na wala kang ginawa, you can I swear? Pwede no,
Go.
no? I feel like shit. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, which is weird because you would think I deserve this rest or whatever, but then you were not productive at the same time. And I think that's why you feel like shit, especially if there's so many things in your head that you want to do, but it's
You're
so
not able to do it.
disorganized. Yeah, it's so disorganized, and you want things to be perfect and all that stuff. Um, so you start feeling like shit. And I think and I think stoicism in a way helped me also organize those thoughts, organize things that I need to do. At least one thing in that day, in that it's your infinite list in your head. At least do that one thing in that day, and you end up, I think, happier by the end of the day.
Mm.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Galing na, no? I want to share
Yeah.
mine kasi I felt na matagal na siyang sa akin, wala lang pangalan.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Okay. Yep.
All the feelings, all the thoughts, all the ideas that I have in my head, it just has to have a name.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that para akong abogado mag-isip? Why is it pag nakikipag-usap sa akin ng mga tao, ang simple lang ng tanong sa akin, komplikado ako sa magot. Pero sa totoo lang, kaya ako komplikado sa magot para yung sagot sa totoo mong tanong is ma-simplify ko. You get what I mean? Kailangan ko
Mm-hmm.
i-explain sa'yo yung komplikado para ang sagot ko sa'yo na oo ay tama. Naintindihan mo. Kasi
Yes. Yes.
answerable by yes or no yung question mo eh.
Mm-hmm.
Di ba kanina,
But you,
ikaw ba, nagigising ka ba sa umaga ng alarm? Oo. Right?
and then
Pero
yeah.
walang kwenta yung oo ko.
Yeah.
Ako hindi ako ganun mag-isip. Isipin ko muna, Yes dati, no ngayon. Bakit? Kasi dati, ganito, ngayon ay ganito, ngayon, so, dalawa yung sagot ko.
Mhm.
Yes dati, nung I'm employed, and no ngayon, nung I'm not employed. Okay?
Mm.
But, ano yun? Mukha bang unemployed is negative? Or mukha bang employed is positive? Kasi dapat ba nagigising ako sa isang alarm? Kasi nakita ko yung gist ng gusto mong tanungin. Ang tanong mo is, kung nagigising ako sa iisang alarm, hindi ako nagsusnooze. Yun talaga yung tanong mo eh.
Yes.
Pero ako, para sa akin, hindi. Ang better answer is, I don't even alarm. But you wouldn't know the context of that me not having an alarm if I didn't tell you the previous setup.
Yeah.
So the answer of yes, nagkaroon ng deeper meaning. Bakit ako ganun mag-isip? Right? So I just have to put a name on that process.
And then Stoicism seemed to like fit with whatever you were already. Yeah. L- Yeah, like I actually kind of said too, like most of the philosophy is things yun nga na parang
We
simpleng mga
already do.
bagay na nandiyan na. We actually are practicing or the philosophies in our head. Pero yun nga, parang nakakalimutan na because of, our
But
life.
if
Because
you
of life.
named it,
Yeah.
if you named it, okay, Stoicism. What's Stoicism? Pak. Okay, virtue. Pak, ganyan. Discipline, ganyan. Okay. Okay. Ayun lang pala. So, tatlo. Tatlo lang kailangan kong alamin. Araw-araw, tatlo. Ganon, for example, hindi ko alam kung tatlo o hindi.
Yeah.
Kunyari, ako kasi ganun, may rule of three akong tinatawag. I have this rule of three na applicable sa iba-ibang bagay. For example, the, this rule of three is for me to know how many minutes, hours, days, weeks I should spend time with a person. Tapos meron na siyang tag. Nakatag na siya sa akin. Alam mo yan?
Mhm.
RB is a 3-day person. Kaya namin mag-usap ng 3 araw.
Mhm.
But on the 4th day, no. So I know that RB is tagged as the 3-day person. Meron tao na 3-second person. After 3 seconds, ayaw mo na siyang kasama. But, hindi importante kung masama ugali niya o hindi. It's you eh. Like, ako lang yun eh.
Mhm.
So ako yung magkocontrol nun. I know, natag ko na siya, he's the 3-second person for me. So after 3 seconds, uy, bro, kumusta? Okay, good, alis. 3 seconds. Right? So I have that 3-second person, I have the 3-minute person, I have a 30-second person. Oh, rule of 3. Asan
Mm.
sila? Asan sila sa 3 na yon? Right? May 30. May
Yeah, yeah,
more,
yeah.
etc. etc. So, yun yung aking rule of 3. Pero may iba pang bagay yung rule of 3. When I list down something, most probably, I do it in a trifecta.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? So,
And
for
even
example, di ba, happiness is, for me, version ko ng happiness is spend time with family, doing the thing I love, and having the capacity to help others. 3. Rule of 3.
mm,
When I named it, it made sense. And I remember it uh, very, very clearly. Na visualize ko yung spending time with family, doing the thing I love, and the capacity to help others. Visualize ko yun. Kasi ikinabit ko na, alam niyo yung mnemonics, di ba? Kinabit ko na sa kama ko yung
yeah.
3 na yon. Paggising ko ng umaga, yung unan symbolizes spending time with family because yung unan na yon is hindi lang ako yung nakahiga. Nakahiga yung asawa ko, anak ko, ganyan. Right? Ang una kong gagawin is ililigpit ko yung make up the bed. Make up the bed
Mhm.
symbolizes doing the thing I love. I love making up the bed, right?
Mhm.
This is the thing I love to do. Bakit? Kasi I spend time with family there. Right? So I have to
Ah,
make it up again so that I can spend time again with the family there.
yeah.
Parang ganun, di ba?
That's
And then
perfect. Yeah.
sa capacity to help others, then lalabas na ako, ang una kong gagawin, yung pinto or whatever activity na gagawin ko is something that will help others. I'm rejuvenated again. Nagkapag-rest na ako. Nagawa ko na yon. And ang una kong gagawin is, what? Alam mo yun yung question na, who will I help today?
Mm.
Ganon. Yun yung nagpagigising sa akin. So I feel happy. Right? So yung tatlong yun, araw-araw na nangyayari is a reminder of those 3. My version of happiness. So, constant yun every single day sa akin. Just because I named it. Stoicism did that for me.
Wow. Yeah. That's cool.
Hindi ko
Yeah.
alam kung mayroon pang ibang, alam mo yun, lagay nyo kung sino man practicing Stoic dito na, ano yun? Tama ba yung pagkakakabit-kabit ko ng lahat ng sinabi ko? Diba? Because I might be wrong. I might be diving into a different thing, but that's how I interpreted it.
Yeah. Oh, nung sinabi mo nga yung making up your bed, I um it's one of the, I guess, admirals de Juarez states that was
Mm,
his book, is making
yes.
your bed in the morning. I actually hindi ko pa siya nababasa, pero parang
It
I
made
kind of
sense
get the
already, no?
concept.
Title pa
Yeah,
lang, it made sense already.
yeah, yeah. And I never thought yung reasoning mo, which is actually very very new to me, and um it makes sense. Yeah, like, yeah, this is the place where we spend time, so I have to make it, because I think one of the explanations nung
Book.
statement na yun, um or why would you make your bed, is it's the first thing that you do in the morning, and it already gives you an accomplishment that early in the morning. So that accomplishment already triggers something in your brain, and it feels good. And then now you would continue on the day with that feeling, and maybe want to continue
Making
creating
more.
stuff, being productive. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah, like the family aspect of it is, yeah, very interesting.
diba? Making up the bed, iba yung meaning sa'yo. Making
Mm-hmm.
up the bed is iba yung meaning sa akin. But I get what your point is. Kasi, napanood ko yung video niyan, meron siyang parang explainer video. Not explainer
Mm-hmm.
video. Naging guest sa isang podcast and explain niya kung bakit. What's with this? Alam mo yun? Elevator pitch.
Yeah,
Elevator
yeah.
pitch ng kanyang libro. Na what is it? It's the concept of small wins. Diba?
Yes.
So, ang laging dilemma ng mga tao, what should I do first? The simple thing or the most complicated thing? Yun naman yun, di ba? When you do the to-do list, okay, ano bang unahin ko? Yung complicated o yung simple? Sabi mo tao yung complicated kasi pag tapos ng complicated, hindi ka na mahihirapan sa mga simple. It makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this making up the bed is a concept of small wins wherein if you continuously say, wow, I did it because you did simple tasks, at the end of the parang half of your day, mapunta ka na sa complicated thing, you are empowered na, okay, I've already done 10 simple things that are accomplished. This complicated thing is nothing. We're
Bring it on.
performers, like. We're performers, di ba? A complicated dance is just a plethora or
A
of
series.
a series of basic movements,
Yeah.
right? Yung creativity came with knowing so many basic movements and having those combinations, iba-ibang combinations on how to do it. There are combinations that make sense, there are combinations that doesn't make sense, right? But dun nga
Mm-hmm.
papasok yung contemporary na doesn't make sense na hindi mo, ba't mo sinama yung gantong basic movement sa basic movement, when it naturally flows into your body na ganito dapat yung next, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm dun papasok yung creativity, di ba? Wala namang sabi nun.
Yeah.
But ang point is, complicated things are just combinations of simple things. Now, if you did all the simple things and you did it 100%, the complicated part will be easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's concept of small things. A concept
Yeah.
of small wins. Make up your bed.
Yeah. Thank you for that thought, actually, the with the dance aspect, because kasi um kind of part of my journey also. What the one of the things na sobrang na-miss ko these past, I don't know, years, actually, not just these days, is performing. So a little bit about myself. I changed careers. I work in IT now, since performing in 2013. Pero performing has always been here. Like, there's
Yeah.
this void na, that's one of the voids
Part of
na
you.
parang I need to like fill up or whatever. Um but then this is another stoicism, what stoicism helped me with is to take action on things
Yeah.
that I want, 'di ba? Um it helped me na parang, okay, I'm feeling this, then but what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna like brood or sulk on this emotion, or am I gonna do something about it? So I found auditions for local community theater dito sa local sa aming area. Um, and the audition was Rent. And the auditions is like a week after I found it. I was like, oh, last time, as in last time kung nasa stage is like years ago. What? Almost 10 years ago now. Um, but I got to do something, right? So I went to audition. I got it. And it's
Congratulations.
very fitting. I'm wearing the t-shirt actually. No day but today. But to kind of just
Very
reiterate
fitting
what
for
you said.
today, yes.
Yes, and that's we'll get to that in a little bit because it's also very stoic to me. um, but to kind of go back to the series of a complicated dance, just series of simple things. Uh, so I started with Rent with this community theater company. Now I'm actually in rehearsals for The Wedding Singer, and it's a much more it's much
Bigger
heavier
production.
dance production, like high energy choreographies and all that stuff. Remember, the last time I danced was 2013 or years ago. So my brain now is like rusty, and pagka tinuturo yung combination, yeah, I can easy. It's like riding a bike, as people
Uh-huh.
says, right? Say,
Uh-huh.
as people say. Pero ang retention, oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Nakaslimot na.
So my point is, it's just a series of simple steps. But now, because of maybe my age or out of practice, you have to be present. You have to be intentionally thinking about the next step and what's the word? I'm missing a word here. Intentional, no, not that one. Um, aware. What's another word for aware?
Aware.
Mindful.
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 Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Have to be mindful of
You
it.
really have to, because yeah, remember nung tayo we were professionally dancing. It's almost like, okay, you teach it to me. Okay,
I know, I
Lord,
know.
hold the wheel. I got it. You don't
Uh-huh.
even have to think about it. But now, gusto ko
You have
siyang
to
ganon pa rin,
intentionally.
but it's blank. It's nothing. So now I have to be really mindful of those little things to connect to each other and perform.
And
Yeah.
that's what stoicism is for me. 'Di ba? You think your problem now is a problem of now.
Mm-hmm.
You think your problem now, RB, is a problem of a performer today. No. It's a problem of man since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
'Di
Mm-hmm.
ba? And if we embrace their wisdom, then we can actually be guided by them every single day because of our plan to think of or read a passage, a stoic lesson that can guide us, right?
Mm-hmm.
In our life, we've learned today, but it can guide us on our life,
Mm-hmm.
'di ba? So, hindi ko ma-imagine, tama ka sa katandaan, pero sa pagiging sa practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're doing. We're practicing. That's why the title is Becoming Stoics. We're not saying
Yes.
we are Stoics. Listen to us. No, we are becoming Stoics, and that's why we're inspiring you to
Yeah.
become Stoics as well by reading up on the ancient wisdom na again akala mo problema mo yung problema mo ngayon sa ngayon at this time
Mm-hmm.
at this moment. No, it's a problem of people before and from the beginning of time and has a solution that is again applicable dati hanggang ngayon. You
Yes.
just have to practice it. Let me
Mm-hmm.
quote a person na ng laki ng wisdom. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let me quote Iverson. Allen Iverson.
Wow. Yung age talaga, yung showing eh.
Nalalaman, ano? Practice. We're talking about practice. Okay? Ngayon, maraming tao, ang akala nila dun sa sentence na yon is dinidisregard ni Allen Iverson yung practice. Okay? So ang ibang tao ang tingin na doon sa kanyang meme is you have to practice, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Pero at that time ang problema noon kung alam niyo lang yung yung story ng bakit sinabi ni Allen Iverson yun. Eh bakit daw hindi siya nag-a-attend ng practice? Yun yung tanong sa kanya ng reporter. Bakit
Hindi ba
hindi
siya
Oo. So
I didn't know.
nakita mo?
I'm not
Nakita
a
mo?
big
You have to know the
basketball.
context. You have to go deep dig deeper into the context. If you see the meme that she says practice, we're talking about practice. Practice, practice. Okay, sinasabi niya yun. It means, ang kuha ng tao is yung magkailangan mo mag-practice. Kaya nga pumasok to sa utak ko eh. Allen Iverson, practice eh.
Mhm.
Pero, when you dig deeper, interview siya, nasabi sa kanya ng tao, bakit hindi ka nag-practice?
Mhm.
Okay? So, parang ang yabang niya na practice? Bakit niyo pinipilit yung practice? We're talking about practice. It's not the game. It's practice. Kasi yung practice na yun, siguro mga 100 niyang sinabi sa 5 minutes. Kaya
Mhm.
naging ka-practice meme siya. Pero ang sinasabi niya, hindi importante yung practice. Kasi, meron siyang kaibigan na namatay nun eh.
Hmm. Hmm.
Nakita mo? So,
Yeah.
I don't know the context nung nangyari doon, pero ang point is, I have to, gusto kong mapunta sa
Mhm.
kaibigan kong, sa pamilya ng kaibigan kong namatay.
Yes.
Hindi ako magpa-practice.
Yep.
Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ngayon sa interview na to is practice. We're
Mhm.
talking about practice.
Yeah.
Not the game, not the game, but practice.
The
We're talking about practice.
the event itself.
Nakita mo? So, yung nakuha ng mga tao outside looking in is you have to practice. Pero siya ang
Mhm.
sinasabi niya, I don't have to practice because there are more important things in life than basketball.
Yep. Yep. At this moment, what you value, I think, is what the message there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there are
What he values at that time is yung mga tao, ang tingin nila ng reporters o lahat ng nanonood, what Iverson has to value is practice.
Mhm.
Okay? Pero sa mundo niya, in his own little world, no. I don't have to value that practice. I have to value the person. I have to value
Mhm.
the I have to spend time with the family of the person
Yep.
that passed away.
Yep.
Right, tama?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
bakit ko sinabi tong practice? Right? Tama ka na you have to practice. Pero again, there are more important things in life.
Mhm. Yeah.
And yung pag-practice mo, ang practicein mo, hindi yung practice. Ang i-practice mo is knowing the more important things in life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how to develop that, progress into a good relationship, if it's relationship, if the thing that you love,
Mhm.
practice talaga doon. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
applicable din yung practice. And then yung capacity to help others, if you're intentional to help others in what you do, then you have to dig deeper. You have to research. You have to double check on everything. You have to uh, practice din doon. Nakita mo? So,
Yeah.
intentional na ako. Dahil akin ang gusto ko, ang magpapasaya sa akin, spending time with family, doing the thing I love, and having the capacity to help others, then I only have the three. I'm
Mhm.
good with the three. So, I mag-concentrate ako doon.
Yeah.
Diba? Yun yung important thing in life sa akin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anything else other than that, echepwera na.
Yeah.
Echepwera na. Wala
Which is
na
part.
akong pakialam.
Mhm. Yes.
Which is part.
Yeah. It's a big part. It's a big part. You you look at the things in your life and sometimes sabi mo nga parang that's what's important to you right now. But what if it really doesn't matter? If you think 5 years from now, that thing that you're so worried about, does it
Ah,
still matter? Diba? Does it really affect your life that much? If it doesn't, it's okay. Let it go. Let it go. Don't care too much. It'll be okay. Tomorrow
I
is another
promise you, it will
day.
be okay.
You make your bed and
Make
start
up your
again.
bed. And sabi mo nga sa t-shirt mo, no day but today to
Yes.
start making up your bed. I think
Mhm.
that's a very good mantra. No day
Yes.
but today, and then add what you value. Add
Mhm.
your priority. Add
Yeah.
to that what you want to do. No day today to make up your bed. No
Yes.
day but today to perform.
Yep. No day but today to love your family, to show how you care, to give them a hug, to hold their hands, you know, um, go for a walk, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Simple things. Kasi, like, nung namatay yung aso namin, Diyos ko po, I was a wreck. Kasi, dahil ang dami pang bagay na gusto kong gawin, like, go to the beach. Ang lapit namin sa beach. I'm like 5 minutes away,
Pero
but I never
disregarded
did.
mo siya before that, right?
I never did. You know, and kind of going back to No Day But Today, it's actually very interesting. Nung, I was doing rent. The whole time, it was, I'm actually not sure. Hindi ko alam kung ako lang ba yung nag-iisip nito because yun nga parang medyo nag-dive deep ako sa Stoicism, right?
Mm.
The whole show in my head is like, this is so Stoic. Like,
Yeah.
there's no day but today.
525,600
600
minutes.
minutes. How do you measure a year in your life? That's it. It's like, oh my gosh, is Jonathan Larson
Talking
the
to you.
is like is he stoic? Like it's such a stoic concept. Like act 2, you start act 2 with all of us actors lined up in the proscenium. Curtains goes up, and that's the first song, Seasons of Love. How do you measure a year in your life? And I was literally looking at the audience straight up asking, how do you
Oh.
measure a day in your life? Coffees, miles and inches, in smiles, in strife, in laughter. I mean, it's it's such a good show.
And the
The
reason why you went
lyrics.
to Rent is because of Stoicism. And then the Rent gave you a Stoic lesson.
Oh my, mind blown.
Uh, ano, no? Ano
Yeah.
siya, no?
It's so yeah. Actually, ngayon ko lang, wow, thanks JP. Ngayon ko lang na-realize 'yon. As in, I was just looking for to fill the void of performing and the like my my yearning to perform. And yeah, Rent is, yeah.
I want to uh,
Well,
relate this sa mga nanonood ngayong OFW. Gusto ko kayong kausapin ngayon, Masang Sina. Dito kayo. Halika na, halika. Come on, come on. Nung sinabi niyo sa sarili niyo, kanina narinig ko sinabi ni Arby to, kailangan ko kasi, I have to, gusto ko kasing, hindi gusto. Ayoko naman talaga magising ng 7 eh. Pero kailangan eh.
mhm,
Right? Yung pangungusap na yon. That was applicable to me nung nagtatrabaho ako. Now, I'm gonna circle back to what I first said. Now, I don't have to, right? So it means, same question, right? Different answer. And the difference is, before I have to, now I don't. But today, when I think about it, I actually don't have to before.
mhm, mhm,
I chose to follow what they said that I have to.
mhm.
Ano mo? So sa mga
Yeah,
nakikinig na OFW ngayon, you really don't have to.
yeah.
Lagyan natin sa pinakamataas na konteksto. Pinakamataas, you really don't have to be an OFW. Pero pangungusap mo, kaya ka umalis, kailangan eh. Walang magagawa eh.
Para sa
Meron! Para sa ekonomiya eh.
yeah.
So, when you say, I have to, catch yourself. This is, if there's one takeaway, if there is something na nakuha nyo ngayong araw na to, let it be this. You don't have to. There is a choice. Hindi mo kailangan gawin yung naiisip mong gawin ngayon. Kasi again, in-relate ko sa sinabi ko kanina, dati kailangan ko, ngayon hindi nyo kailangan, pero ngayon yung utak ko, sinasabi sa dating utak nung 5 years ago, actually, you don't have to. Kung makakausap ko lang ako 5 years ago, you don't have to. At ang pinakamalalim nun sa mga OFW na nakikinig ngayon, ito, tumitingin ako sa camera, ikaw na nakikinig ngayon na sinasabi mo, kailangan eh. Not really. 5 years from now, you will see yourself and you will be talking to yourself. Panoorin mo yung video na ito, sabihin mo sa sarili mo, o nga no, hindi ko pala kailangan talaga. Ginagawa ko lang siya dahilan para sabihin yung gagawin ko o gawin mo yung gagawin ko. Pero you don't have to. And when I say you don't have to, it means you have to catch yourself whenever you say that. Di ba? Alam mo yung pag nagmumura, tinanggal ko yung mura sa katawan ko eh. Dati nagmumura ako, binalitan ko ng pambihira. Pero, kahit late na ako, sasabihin ko pa yung pambihira. Shit! Pambihira. Okay, lagi ko sabihin yung pambihira. Pero ang point ko, automatic sabihin kong pambihira after. Ay, butang nangyayari. Pambihira. There will come a time, nasasabihin ko lang pambihira. Mawawala yung mura part. Natapilo ka. Pambihira naman. So, na-convert mo. Bakit? Kasi hinuhuli mo yung sarili mo. Every time ka na gumura, hinuhuli ko sarili ko at sabihin ko pambihira. So, whenever you always say, kailangan eh, hulihin mo yung sarili mo at sabihin mo, ano pa kaya yung ibang choice?
Yeah.
What? Kunyari na wala tong trabaho to, ano kaya yung gagawin ko? Right? Kasi the only time na hindi kailangan yung trabaho, kung nawala yung trabaho. Right? Tinanggal ka, nagsarado yung kumpanya, walang magagawa eh. Kailangan maghanap ng iba. Nandun ka naman sa kailangan.
Yeah.
Ay, hindi kailangan. No, hindi kailangan. Napuwersa kang mapunta sa iba. Hindi kailangan din eh. Hindi kailangan. Wait, hindi kailangan. Hulihin mo sa sarili mo. Ano ulit yung version na yung choice mo naman yung mangyayari? Hindi, kasi kailangan kong kumita ng pera. Kailangan, ang kita ko lampas 50,000. Eh, dito sa Pilipinas, 49 lang eh. Mag-OFW ako, 50,000 dun eh. Kailangan eh. Hop! Hindi mo sarili mo. Hindi kailangan eh. What is the version of 50,000 and above sa Pilipinas? What is that version? Is that a choice that I can have? Yun yung iyong pambihira. Yun yung nakita ko kay RB today. I wanna circle back sa sinabi niya kung bakit siya nagpa-practice ng Stoic. Sabi niya, hinahanap niya yung void. Nung hinanap niya yung void, ginawa niya yung rent. Hinanap niya yung rent, nakita niya yung Stoicism. Samantala, kaya siya nag-rent dahil naisip niya yung Stoicism lesson na I have to know the priorities in my life and I have to go there. So, I know for a fact na mas mataki yung sweldo niya dati. Pero chose na ibaba. Para doon sa kanyang importanteng gustong punan. So the money, hindi yun yung kailangan eh. 50 doon eh. 49 lang dito. 59 eh. Kailangan kong mag-OFW. No. Hindi mo kailangan. At nung ginawa niya, pinili niya yung rent at nagtuloy-tuloy, na-discover niya na kailangan niyang sagutin pala ang tanong dun sa 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in your life? Sagutin niyo lang yon. Measure the minutes. Measure the days. Measure the months. Measure the weeks in your life. And find a way to live. And not make a living only.
Yeah.
Kung meron mang kayong take away today, find a way to live, not just make a living.
Yep. And remember that we work so we can live. We don't live so we can work.
Sakit niyan.
I think that's what the French say too. That's why in Europe, I think they have more vacation days than than the US. Yeah, because life is so short, and it's true. You have to really take in one split second, somebody can be gone, and yeah, you have to take advantage of every second of every day. Which is another big Stoic lesson or virtue of, or maybe lesson philosophy, that
Mhm.
every second that passes in your day belongs to death. Um, and you couldn't take that back. Whatever you do, you can't take that past second that just passed, and that's why, like, going back to Rent, 'di ba? We have so many friends because I didn't hindi ako lumaki sa musical theater industry. The only thing I know was Disney. Like contemporary back in the day, modern Philippine folk dances, and then Disney. But we do have a lot of friends in that world, and everybody's singing that song. It's a great song. It's, oh my gosh, the most recognizable first note, the bang. You
Ting.
know. Um, but this is the first time that because I was in the show, that I really listened and digested the words of that single song. Not even the show yet, just that one song.
No.
Ugh. And it's oh my god. The next day, JP, the next day we had there was a celebration of life of one of the big donors in the theater, in our that theater group. And we were invited to sing Seasons of Love. Dude, I was crying. I don't even know the person, like, but it's just the words of the song, and I was back on stage with my cast. The show already closed. I was back with my friends on stage, just standing, singing the song, and every word was like, it's so heavy.
It's
In a good way.
piercing you,
In a
no?
good way. Yeah. You know.
Piercing you.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
And that's actually, I ended with that because that's actually the next episode. Our next
Yeah.
episode for the becoming stoic with RB and JP is an episode. We'll dive deep, right? We'll dive deep. Pupunta na tayo sa episode 1, which is not episode 1, episode 2, which is the first passage that we're going to read, which is control and choice.
Hmm.
Next week, day 1
Yeah.
of our journey to becoming stoics.
Inspiring others to journey towards stoicism and care less so we can love more. There's more
See
to
you next
that,
week.
but yeah. Not as simple as that, but yeah.
Yeah. It's been JP Dena and RB Ignacio. Have a good day.
Have a good one.